Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which individuals doubt their accomplishments or abilities, fearing they will be exposed as frauds. Despite evidence of their success, they feel undeserving of it. This phenomenon often occurs in high achievers, leading them to experience chronic self-doubt, anxiety, and a sense of being incompetent, even when they are fully capable. At the heart of imposter syndrome is self-doubt. People with this condition consistently feel like their achievements were due to luck, rather than their own abilities. They may attribute their success to external factors, such as timing or help from others, rather than their skills or hard work. This prevents them from internalizing their accomplishments, keeping them trapped in a cycle of insecurity. One of the biggest challenges of imposter syndrome is that it distorts reality. It leads individuals to believe they are not as qualified or deserving of success as others perceive them to be. As a result, they tend to dismiss compliments or positive feedback, believing others are just being polite or don't fully understand their limitations. Cognitive distortions, such as catastrophizing and all-or-nothing thinking, play a significant role in perpetuating imposter syndrome. People may blow minor mistakes out of proportion, viewing them as proof that they are frauds. This thinking pattern creates unnecessary stress and fear of being discovered, further damaging their confidence. Another core belief tied to imposter syndrome is perfectionism. Many individuals feel they must be perfect to be worthy of their success. They set unrealistically high standards for themselves, which often leads to disappointment and frustration when they inevitably fall short. This fear of making mistakes fuels their sense of inadequacy and prevents them from appreciating their accomplishments. Self-critical thoughts are another hallmark of imposter syndrome. People with this syndrome often focus on their perceived flaws and mistakes, rather than their strengths. They might think that others are more capable, deserving, or competent. This negative self-talk can further erode their self-esteem and sense of self. Social comparison is a powerful contributor to imposter syndrome. In today's world, social media exacerbates this issue by offering curated, idealized versions of others' lives. Individuals with imposter syndrome tend to compare themselves to these perfect portrayals, which reinforces their feelings of inadequacy. This constant comparison makes it difficult for them to appreciate their unique strengths. Fear of failure is another contributing factor. People with imposter syndrome often feel that failing at something will expose their incompetence to the world. This fear leads them to avoid risks, shy away from challenges, and overcompensate by working harder or pretending to know more than they do. It paralyzes them, making them hesitant to step out of their comfort zone. This cycle of fear and avoidance can also lead to burnout. The constant effort to prove themselves, often driven by a need to appear perfect, drains their energy and motivation. As a result, they may struggle to maintain balance in their personal or professional lives. Burnout amplifies feelings of incompetence, leading to even greater Imposter syndrome is particularly prevalent among high achievers. People who set high goals for themselves are often the ones most affected. Even though they excel in their careers or academics, they fail to recognize the effort they've put in. Instead, they attribute their success to luck, or they worry that others will realize they don't belong in their position. Interestingly, imposter syndrome can also affect people who have been successful for years. The constant cycle of doubt means that no matter how much they achieve, they never feel like they are truly worthy. They may believe that their success was just a lucky break, and they live in constant fear of being exposed as a fraud. One reason imposter syndrome affects high achievers is because they are often perfectionists. They set unrealistically high standards for themselves, leading to stress and self-criticism. These individuals feel they must meet expectations, not just in their professional life, but also in their personal life, making it difficult to relax and enjoy success. People with imposter syndrome may also find it difficult to accept praise. Even if they receive recognition for their hard work or accomplishments, they feel uncomfortable with it. They may think they don't deserve the recognition, or that the praise is just an oversight. This discomfort with validation prevents them from internalizing their successes and reinforcing their confidence. The role of upbringing can also influence imposter syndrome. Children who are praised for their achievements rather than for their efforts may develop the belief that their worth is tied to external validation. This external focus can later translate into self-doubt, as they may feel that their success isn't really about their effort or ability, but rather about meeting others' expectations. Cultural expectations also play a significant role in imposter syndrome. In certain cultures, particularly where perfectionism is valued, individuals may feel immense pressure to constantly prove themselves. People who experience imposter syndrome may feel that they don't fit in, or that their success doesn't align with cultural standards, further fueling their fear of being a fraud. Perfectionism often leads individuals with imposter syndrome to set unrealistic goals, making success feel even more out of reach. They fear that if they don't meet these incredibly high standards, they'll fail or be judged harshly. This continuous cycle of trying to meet impossible standards leads to emotional exhaustion, and the fear of failure becomes more intense. Individuals with imposter syndrome often also experience high levels of anxiety. They are consumed with the belief that their successes will be short-lived, and that they'll eventually be exposed. This constant anxiety prevents them from fully appreciating their achievements, leading to a never-ending chase for external validation. Anxiety, in turn, only reinforces the cycle of self-doubt. Overcoming imposter syndrome begins with recognizing its presence. Once you acknowledge the thoughts and behaviors associated with imposter syndrome, you can begin to challenge them. Start by identifying when you feel like a fraud and consider the facts that contradict these feelings. Remind yourself that success is earned and you are worthy of your achievements. The first step to overcoming imposter syndrome is to change your inner dialogue. Begin by replacing negative thoughts with more realistic perspectives. Instead of thinking, "I'm not qualified for this job," remind yourself, "I've worked hard for this and earned it." This shift in thinking helps to build confidence and encourages you to recognize your accomplishments as valid. Another useful technique is cognitive reframing. Instead of viewing a mistake as a sign of failure, see it as a learning opportunity. Recognize that no one is perfect, and mistakes are part of the process. Embrace the idea that you can grow from setbacks, and use them to strengthen your skills and resilience. Self-compassion is also essential when combating imposter syndrome. Many individuals with imposter syndrome are overly critical of themselves, often holding themselves to unrealistic standards. Practicing self-compassion means acknowledging your flaws without judgment, and treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend. Be patient with yourself as you work through these feelings. The process of embracing imperfection is another important step in overcoming imposter syndrome. Recognize that you don't have to be perfect to be valuable. No one is flawless, and success doesn't require constant perfection. Embracing imperfection allows you to experience growth without feeling the need to be flawless at every step. A crucial component of overcoming imposter syndrome is celebrating achievements, no matter how small they seem. Instead of dismissing your accomplishments, take time to acknowledge and appreciate them. Celebrating small victories helps to reinforce the reality that you are successful and that your accomplishments are earned, not accidental. It's also important to stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a trap that fuels imposter syndrome, especially in today's age of social media. People often share the best aspects of their lives, leading to a distorted view of success. Focus on your own progress, and measure success by your standards, not by someone else's. Seeking mentorship is another helpful step in overcoming imposter syndrome. A mentor can offer valuable advice and feedback, helping you see your growth from a more objective perspective. Mentors, especially those who have experienced imposter syndrome themselves, can help you navigate self-doubt and encourage you to believe in your abilities. In addition to mentorship, building a support system of people who validate and encourage you can be transformative. Surround yourself with those who genuinely believe in your potential and are willing to offer support when you feel unsure of yourself. A supportive network helps you stay grounded and provides the emotional backing needed to silence feelings of fraudulence. Learning to accept compliments is a small yet powerful shift. People with imposter syndrome often brush off compliments or feel uncomfortable when praised. Instead of downplaying compliments, accept them graciously. Remember that compliments are acknowledgments of your hard work and talents, not empty flattery. Another helpful strategy is to reframe your relationship with failure. Instead of fearing failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Failure is a natural part of life, and it doesn't define your worth. When you embrace failure as part of the learning process, it takes away its power and reduces the grip of imposter syndrome. Journaling can also be an effective tool for combating imposter syndrome. Writing down your thoughts allows you to clarify your feelings and separate reality from perception. Regularly reflecting on your achievements, progress, and challenges can help you recognize patterns in your thinking and gradually change negative beliefs. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, can reduce the anxiety associated with imposter syndrome. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of the present moment and less focused on self-judgment or fear of failure. Mindfulness helps you build emotional resilience. allowing you to embrace your success without being overwhelmed by self. To move beyond imposter syndrome, it's essential to redefine success. Success isn't about meeting unattainable standards of perfection. Instead, success is about progress, growth, and learning from mistakes. By redefining success, you can free yourself from the pressure to be perfect and begin to appreciate the journey you are on. Finally, being open about your struggles can significantly lessen the impact of imposter syndrome. Share your feelings with friends, family, or colleagues. By opening up about your self-doubt, you may discover that others experience similar feelings. Talking about it helps normalize the experience and provides a sense of relief. In conclusion, overcoming imposter syndrome requires patience, self-compassion, and a shift in mindset. Recognizing negative thought patterns, reframing self-doubt, and building support systems are key steps toward healing. You are not an imposter, and your success is earned. By focusing on growth, self-acceptance, and resilience, you can overcome these feelings of fraudulence and begin to embrace your true worth.